see the knights gawking, but the dragon did not spring into flight. Instead, it took a few steps, as if testing how it felt to have this man on its back. Its tail swished, stirring the shadows. John became tired, blood catching in his throat. For a moment, he remembered all the times he had soared on the back of Rhaegal in battle, alongside Daenerys in the war. But that had been with her guidance and acceptance, and the bond they shared with those dragons was already proven. This was different. Him, alone, forging a new world with a creature that had no prior alliance with any living Targaryen. After a few more cautious steps, the dragon looked at him, allowing Jon to speak. He did so with shaking legs, stumbling onto the cabin floor. Diana went to his side, eyes wide, hands steadying him. She did not speak, but the question in her eyes was clear. Are you all right? He nodded numbly, trying to process what had just happened. The knights behind her looked as though they'd seen the stranger himself. But within John, a spark of awe unfurled, unstoppable. He placed a trembling palm on the dragon's jaw once more, and the creature let out a deep, echoing sound that might have been acceptance, or perhaps curiosity. Their eyes met, and in the reflections of its glowing gaze, John thought he saw his own reflection, a swirl of black hair and uncertain destiny. He moved backward. When the following the realization brought John like a crow close to the door. The dragon was no mere legend. It was real, and it had chosen to tolerate him, and possibly more than tolerate him. Perhaps in time, if he dared, it might let him ride upon the wind, bridging the gap between man and death. And with that thought came the dreaded knowledge that the world would never leave such a marvel to quiet and wait. It had been widely known that Jon Snow, the Targaryen, some still insisted, had claimed another living being. It would spark awe and fear across the realm. Allies would beg for his favor. Enemies would conspire to bring him down, and the realm that was still healing might be torn again. Yet in the hush of that evening, returning to their makeshift camp by the sea, he could not deny the strange sense of rightness that pulsed in his chest. A dragon had survived, not Daenerys, not one of the old